Alright, good evening mga kabsat! Kamusta na? Kakauwi lang ni Maestro. Ayan, late tayo na. So, pa-sounds muna tayo saglit.
Bagong Pilipinas, bagong mukha. May prinsipyo, may isa. Kaibigan nyo!
Kaibigan nyo!
Kaibigan ko, siya si Inday Sara. Oh, bagong Pilipinas, bagong mukha. May prinsipyo, may isa. Kaibigan nyo!
Kaibigan nyo!
Kaibigan ko, pati bongbong. Bongbong. Bagong Pilipinas, bagong mukha. May prinsipyo, may isa.
Shout out Mama Demi. Shout out to Rex.
Kaibigan ko, siya si Inday Sara.
Duterte!
Oh, bagong Pilipinas, bagong mukha.
Kamusta guys? Kamusta?
Prinsipyo, may isa. Kaibigan nyo! Kaibigan ko, pati bongbong.
Tapos,
Oh,
bago up.
oh,
So, ayan na guys. Ang title natin, BBM, Balik Malacanang. Ayan o. Ang pagbabalik Malacanang ni BBM. Tapos as of now, nangyayari ang Mendiola concert. Mga pasasalamat concert para kay BBM. At sa mga sumusuporta sa Pangulong Bongbong Marcos.
kaibigan nyo!
Kaibigan nyo!
Kaibigan ko, pati bongbong. Bongbong.
Again, shoutout Sir Rex TV, Sir Diego Bandido, may galang shoutout. Ma'am Maricris Hernandez, hello Sir Paul, may galang shoutout. BBL Junior, shoutout. Thumbs up Dan, watching from North Carolina, USA. Maricris Hernandez, shoutout Ma'am Maricris. Sir Jomar Agraba, good evening po, Maestro. Good evening din sa'yo. Kabsat, Sir Jomar Agraba. Sa mga bago pasok, huwag kalimutan mag-like and subscribe. Sir Lander Bean Season, good evening. Bagong Pilipinas. Alright. Good evening mga kapsat. No, hindi natin patatagalin to. Total, late tayo masyado. Naging busy tayo kaninang hapon pagkatapos ng live natin. Busy tayo. Hindi na natin tinapos hanggang sa dumating si BBM at the first family sa Malacanang. So ngayon, i-recap lang natin guys, no? So, tapos silip-silipin din natin yung mga nagrarally kanina. Ay, gulay naman, oo. Hanggang New York, umabot pa sila. Okay. So, panoodin natin ulit guys. I-recap lang natin saglit. Umpisahan natin doon sa maiksi lang naman yung yung saan natin ito? Ayan. Wait lang. Share. Nako, sana walang Okay, nandito tayo sa wall ko. Ito, ongoing yung concert, guys. Ongoing yung concert. Malamang yung iba sa inyo. Ito, guys, medyo nagpa-practice kasi kami with my orchestra. Medyo busy tayo ngayon, no? Practice namin for the graduation tomorrow. Kaya medyo naging busy si Maestro. Kakauwi ko lang, guys. So, ito na. Punta tayo dito. Okay, balikan lang natin to saglit guys. No? I-recap lang natin yung mga special moment na nangyari kanina tapos diretso na tayo sa Malacanang. Alright? Fast forward tayo ng konti. Fast forward pa. Konting-konti pa. May sounds ba? May sounds naman, medyo nawawala lang. Okay. Yung ganap. Ay, wait, nasobrahan. Teka lang, ha. Okay. Hindi yan. Kailangan yung pagdating ni BBM, yung pinaka-kwan, momentum. Fast forward ulit. Nako, nasobrahan. Yung sagdan mismo. Ito na guys, oh. Ito yung napaka-special. Usually, nagaganap to madalas kapag nagkakaroon ng change of power. Ayan. Nakaabang na si Tatay Digong. Ayat na yan na si PBBM. Ayan, parating na po. Ang ating nag-iisang PBBM. Ayan, papasok na siya. Guys, sa mga bagong pasok, huwag kalimutan mag-like and subscribe, mga kamsat, no? Ayun. Shoutout sa ating 59 viewers. Ang tagal. Ito, papasok na sila. Fast forward ng konti. Konti pa. Nako, nasobrahan yung moment na wala. Ayan. Ayan, nakapasok na mismo. Ayan, ito na. This is it, pansit. Especially sa mga hindi po nakasubaybay kanina, no, guys. Ito yung nangyari. Ayan, good morning, good morning. Ang makasaysayang pag-akyat ni BBM sa hagdan, papaakyat ng Malacanang. Nasasalubungin. Ito na guys, ito na. Sabi niyo, Ma'am Lori Mamawag, ngayon lang nakapanood. Masaya na malungkot. Bakit ka malungkot, madam? Ma'am Lori, bakit? Shoutout, Ma'am Shirley Puti. Hello. Ayun, shoutout po. Yeah, ito na guys. This is it, pansit. Yan. Kita niyo naman yung special expression nila. Tuwang-tuwa si Tatay Digong niyan, no? Baka mamaya gagawa na naman ni Banat Bay, no? Na fake news ulit. Another fake news. Abangan natin kung ano sasabihin ni Banat Bay dito, no? Baka sasabihin niya, napili-pilitan na naman. Diba? Ganyan, no? Hindi daw pinansin, parang ganun. Alam niyo naman si Banat Bay. Paalis na si PRRD nung kamalungkot. Naku na, madam, huwag ka mag-alala. Tuloy-tuloy yan ni BBM. Alam na naman natin na talaga ipagpapatuloy ni BBM lahat ng mga gandang pinaggagawa ni PRRD. Ito yung mga kwan, no? Yun. Yung signing of guest. Ayan. Siyempre sa umpisa, guest pa siya. Siyempre, no? Dahil ang Pangulo pa rin. Dahil si PRRD pa rin Pangulo. Ayan. Guest. Nakita nyo naman yung expression nilang dalawa kayo sa totoo, no? Ayun. Di ba? Ang saya. Okay, mag-alala guys. So, hindi natin papanutin ng boto. Mahaba to. Yung mga important mga nangyari kanina. Then, proceed na tayo sa Malacanang. Kumbaga, natin to. Introduction natin to, yung nangyari kanina. Ito na yung pagpipirma ni no? Ni PBBM. Signing of guest book. Yun. Ang bilis, Ilang segundo lang. Tapos na. Next, mag-uusap yan, syempre. May konting, may konting kwentuhan, usap-usap. Yan. After siguro mga nasa 5 to 10 minutes sa pag-uusap nila. Syempre, yung mga huling habilin ni PRRD para kay PBBM. Yan, syempre. Agree. Nakita niyo mo, tumatango na si Tatay Digong, Naman. Maestro, saan di ko po pwede na mapanood yung live Thanksgiving concerts? Saan ko po pwede mapanood? I-type nila sa Facebook. Mendiola concert. Live, ganun. Maraming lalabas. Kaya punta kayo sa wall ko. Ayun, nakashare na sa wall ko yun actually. Okay, next. Proceed na tayo. Ito na yung arrival honors. Or parang exit yata itong tawag dito. Pero ito yung usually ginagawa. Yung magmamarcha dito si PRRD, yung triangle. Yan yung triangle na yan. Magmamarcha siya dyan.
Mga pinuno at kawal, tanghal.
Departure honors. Ayun. Pag si BBM, arrival honors. Ayun. Departure. Tama. Pa-exit na. Pam, papapapapam. Ayun eh. Guys, tumatanong tayo ha. Hindi natin papanoodin ng buo. Yung mga special na nangyari lang kanina. Alright, so dire-diretso yan. Hanggang sa nakamarcha. Yan, oh, nakamarcha na si PRRD. Huling marcha niya sa Malacanang. Yun. Tan, 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 tan. Namimiss ko tumugtog ng mga marching pieces, ha. I'm very happy dahil hindi ko makikita si Nani Bongo. Welcome to Malacanang, President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. Sabi ni Ma'am Melody Ang. Shout out Ma'am Nicolene, Aquilin, Maestros. Ayun, sabi niya. Shout out Ma'am Donnie Santos. Alright, the next.
Pangulo, baba ng Republika ng Pilipinas.
Ayan na.
Ang kanyang taos-pusong pasasalamat.
Yun.
Na ating ginawad sa kanya.
Okay, so paalis na sila na guys. Ayan na, paalis na sila. Anong nangyayari? Wait lang mga kapsat. Eto na, nakarating na si BBM yan, oh. Ang bilis, no? Transition kagad. Ayan, ang pagbaba ni BBM diyan sa National Museum. Parang nawawala yung live natin, ha? Wait lang, bakit ano nangyayari?
Announcing the arrival of President-elect Ferdinand Romualdez Marcos Jr.
Ang ating yung First Lady, Liza Araneta Marcos. Yes, tama po. Super transition po. Sir Donnie Santos. Kailangan eh. Nag-i-intro lang tayo. So nagre-recap lang tayo. Recap. Kumbaga parang nagre-review lang tayo ng ating quiz. Ayun eh. Ayan oh. Yun. National Museum of the Fine Arts. Alright, proceed tayo guys, no? Okay na yan. Ayan, lumabas na si BBM. Packet na siya guys. Forward ulit natin. Eto na, aba.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
Ayun, may nagdasal na. Ay! Yung pinaka-importante, syempre. 1 minute lang yon, sandali lang. Ito. Arrival of Colors. National Anthem. Ang pagkanta ni Tony G.
Let us all rise for the Philippine National Anthem.
Bayang magiliw, perlas ng silanganan, alab ng puso, sa dibdib mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, duyan ka ng magiting, sa manlulupig, di ka pasisiil, sa dagat at puntok, sa
mga bagong pasok,
simoy at sa
huwag kalimutan mag-like and subscribe.
may dilag ang tula at awit sa paglayang minamahal. Ang kislap ng watawat mo'y tagumpay na nagdiniging. Ang bituing at araw niya kailan pa may di magdidilim. Lupa ng araw ng walhating pagsinta, buhay ay langit sa piling mo. Aming ligaya na pag may mga api ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
Yun. Alright. So then, exit of colors. May konting dasal-dasal yan guys, no? Tapos, syempre, nag-parade yung mga mga
Otang Battle Dress
armed
Attire
forces
ay
natin,
pinamumunuan ni
Philippine
Brigadier
Armed
General
Forces,
Juanes Leonardi BB
mga
Maano
Navy,
ng Air
lahat.
Force.
May mga
Sumusunod
tangke pa
ang
dyan.
batalyon ng Special Operations Forces ng Sandatahang Lakas sa pangunguna ni Commander Ray R.G. Habonete.
Then aside from the
ng
armed
Navy.
forces, yung mga trabahador, yung mga tangke, oh. Then sumunod dyan yung mga workers, ayan, oh. Mga doctors, teachers, mga lahat ng trabahador ng mga Pilipinong trabahador, mga OFW nandyan din. Pass forward tayo mga
ng
kapsat.
ating mga bayani sa pagpapaunlad ng sektor ng
Ayan,
agrikultura.
mga SPG ba tawag sa kanila? O HPG pala. Sorry.
Ang ating likas na yamang lupa at karagatan.
Mga MMDA, mga ganyan, mga public officials, mga servants,
Kasama ang mga
lahat
makabagong
na.
teknolohiya.
You know?
Isang masaganang kinabukasan para sa
Yawn.
agrikultura
O, diba mga
at
kapsat?
matibay na seguridad sa pagkain ang naghihintay sa atin.
Saan ka pa? Fast forward tayo mga kapsat, no? Mabuhay!
Feel it deep.
Sobra! Sorry. Ito na. Nag-speech ka agad. Andali, bakit nasan yung inauguration mismo? Andali, Wait lang, sorry guys, sorry.
Stage, Attorney Liza Araneta Marcos.
Ito na.
Ferdinand Alexander Sandro Marcos. Joseph Simon Marcos.
Saglit lang guys,
And
yung
William
yung
Vincent
panunumpa,
Marcos
nasa
to
2
witness
minutes
the
lang yan.
oath
Kaya
taking.
pagbigyan nyo na natin to. Ito yung makasaysayan, ito na. Again, sa mga bagong pasok, huwag kalimutan mag-like and subscribe.
Mangyaring taas ang kanang kamay
Ito na.
at wikain ang mga sumusunod. Ako, si
Ako.
Ferdinand Romualdez Marcos Jr.
Si Ferdinand Romualdez Marcos Jr.
ay mataimtim na nanunumpa.
ay taimtim na nanunumpa.
Natutuparin ko ng buong katapatan at sigasig
Natutuparin ko na buong katapatan at sigasig
ang aking mga tungkulin
ang aking mga tungkulin
bilang Pangulo ng Pilipinas,
bilang Pangulo ng Pilipinas,
pangangalagaan
pangangalagaan
at ipagtatanggol
at ipagtatanggol
ang kanyang konstitusyon.
ang kanyang konstitusyon,
Ipatutupad ang mga batas nito,
ipapatupad ang mga batas nito,
magiging makatarungan sa bawat tao,
magiging makatarungan sa bawat tao,
at itatalaga ang aking sarili
at itatalaga ang aking sarili
sa paglilingkod sa bansa.
sa paglilingkod sa bansa.
Kasihanawa ako ng Diyos.
Kasinawan ako ng Diyos.
Congratulations, Mr.
Maraming
President.
salamat.
Mabuhay ang ating presidente. Yun eh. Okay, fast forward tayo. Mag-i-speech na siya ng parang na-open na. Konting adjust lang. Okay. Ayun, oh. Okay, ito na yung speech ni BBM, guys. Let's pakinggan natin mga kapsat. Narinig yung hingal niya, no?
His Excellency David Hurley, Governor General of Australia, and First Lady Linda Hurley, their Excellencies, Special Envoys, and heads of delegations, His Excellency, Most Reverend Charles John Brown, and the esteemed members of the Diplomatic Corps, Vice President Sara Duterte, President Fidel Ramos, President Joseph Ejercito Estrada, President Gloria Macapagal Arroyo, Senate President Vicente Soto III, and the honorable members of the Philippine Senate, House Speaker Lord Alan J. Velasco, and the honorable members of the House of Representatives, Chief Justice Alexander Gesmundo, and the honorable justices of the Supreme Court, of course, First Lady Lisa Araneta,
Yee!
and my children, Alexander, Sandro, Simon, and Vincent. I cannot proceed without a special greeting, of course, to the former First Lady Imelda Romualdez Marcos,
Yan.
other distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, my friends, ang aking minamahal na mga kababayan, magandang tanghali po sa inyong lahat. This is a historic moment for us all. I feel it deep within me. You, the people, have spoken, and it is resounding. When my call for unity started to resonate with you, it did so because it echoed your yearnings, mirrored your sentiments, and expressed your hopes for family, for country, and for a better future. That is why it reverberated and amplified as it did, to deliver the biggest electoral mandate in the history of Philippine democracy. By your vote, you rejected the politics of division. I offended none of my rivals in this campaign.
Yun eh.
I listened instead to what they were saying. And I
Exactly.
saw little incompatibility with my own ideas about jobs, fair wages, personal safety, and national strength, and ending want in a land of plenty. I believe that if we but focus on the work at hand and the work that will come to hand, we will go very far under my watch. You believe that too. At pinakinggan ko ang tinig ninyo na ang sinisigaw ay pagkakaisa, pagkakaisa, pagkakaisa. We will go farther together than against each other, pushing forward, not pulling each other back, out of fear, out of a misplaced sense of weakness. But we are the furthest from weak. The Filipino diaspora flourishes even in the most inhospitable climes, where they are valued for their quality. The changes we seek will benefit all and will shortchange no one. I was not the instrument of change. You were that. You made it happen. I am now. You picked me to be your servant, to enable changes to benefit all. I fully understand the gravity of the responsibility that you've put on my shoulders. I do not take it lightly, but I am ready for the task. I will need your help. I want to rely on it. But rest assured, I do not predicate success on the wide cooperation that's needed. I will get it done. I once knew a man who saw what little had been achieved since independence, in a land of people with the greatest potential for achievement, and yet they were poor. But he got it done, sometimes with the needed support, sometimes without. So will it be with his son. You will get no excuses from me.
Yan ang presidente, guys, di ba?
I am
Wow.
here
Mula sa puso
not to
lahat ng
talk about the
sinasabi.
past. I am here to tell you about our future.
Yan.
A future of sufficiency, even plenty, of readily available ways and means to get done what needs doing. By you, by me. We do not look back, but ahead. Up the road that we must take to a place better than the one we lost in the pandemic. Gains made and lost, opportunities missed, well-laid plans superseded by the pandemic.
Shout out, Maestro.
Indeed, ours was the fastest growing economy in ASEAN by ways now outdated. We shall be again by a radical change in the way the world must now work to recover what we have lost in that fire and move on from there.
Move on
We
din.
face prospects of the spread of the war abroad, of which we are totally blameless. We seek friendship with all. But our countries like ours will bear the brunt of it. And if the great powers draw the wrong lessons from the ongoing tragedy in Ukraine, the same dark prospect of conflict will spread to our part of the world.
Sir Max, Silardes,
Yet,
shout out.
there is more out there. Like going forward by new ways of doing that the pandemic forces to adopt. A stronger resilience, quicker adaptability. They are our best prevention. They are our best protection. Quiet
Maestro,
reflection in
shout
a
out.
rough and tumble campaign of a breadth and intensity never experienced revealed some of them, such as the willingness to listen despite the noise, the hesitation to quarrel over differences, and to never, ever give up hope of reconciliation. These gave me the peace to ponder deeper. There are hints of a road not taken that could get us out of here quicker to something better, something less fragile. There is also what you, the people, did to cope, but this time empowered by new techniques and more resources. You got by, getting some of what you needed with a massive government help, and for this I thank my predecessor for the courage of his hard decisions. But there is a way to put more means and choices in your hands. I trust the Filipino. Imagine how much more you'd achieve if government backstops instead of dictating your decisions. Always there to pick you up when you fall, giving what you need to get past a problem. Imagine if it invested in your self-empowerment to bring it closer to taking on whatever challenges come. Imagine a country that, in almost every sense, is you. Now imagine what you and government can achieve together. We did it in the pandemic. We will do it again.
Exactly, Ma'am Esther Gutierrez.
But again, I will not predicate my promise to you on your cooperation. You have your own lives to live, your work to do, and there too I will help. Government will get as much done alone without requiring more from you. That is what government and public officials are for. No excuses, just deliver. It was like that once upon a time.
Oh, inaapi nila si
I did
BBM,
not
no?
talk much in
Undergraduate
this
daw.
campaign.
Pero tingnan nyo ang
I did
speech
not
niya, no?
bother to think of rebutting
Kumpara
my
naman sa
rivals.
mga, yan, no? Yung mga nag-graduate
Instead, I
dyan.
searched for promising approaches better than the usual solutions. I listened to you. I did not lecture you who has the biggest stake in our success. And the forthcoming State of the Nation will tell you exactly how we shall get this done. In this fresh chapter of our history, I extend my hand to all Filipinos. Come, let us put our shoulders to the wheel and give that wheel a faster turn to repair and to rebuild and to address challenges in new ways, to provide what all Filipinos need, to be all that we can. We are here to repair a house divided, to make it whole, and to stand strong again in the Bayanihan way, expressive of our nature as Filipinos. We shall seek, not scorn, dialogue. Listen respectfully to contrary views. Be open to suggestions coming from hard thinking and unsparing judgment, but always from us, Filipinos. We can trust no one else when it comes to what is best for us. Past history has often proven that. Solutions from outside divided us. None deepened our understanding. They were always at our expense. Never forget, we are Filipinos. One nation, one republic, indivisible. We resisted and never failed to defeat foreign attempts to break up our country in my father's watch. His strongest critics have conceded that. So let us all be part of the solution that we choose.
Yun.
In that lies the power to get it done. Always be open to differing views, but ever united in our chosen goal. Never hesitating to change it, should it prove wanting. That is how agile, resilient republics are made. Our future we decide today. Yesterday cannot make that decision anymore, nor can tomorrow delay it. The sooner we start, the surer and quicker the prospect of achieving our future. These are troubling times. What's happening to others can happen to us, but it will not. We see what's happening. We are witness to how it is being stopped, and we have seen the glory that crowns struggle against all odds. Giving up is not an option. We've been through times of bitter division, but united, we came through to this when it shall begin again, but better. The campaigns I've run have taken me here where I stand today. I listened to you, and this is what I have heard. We all want peace in our land. You and your children want a good chance at a better life in a safer, more prosperous country. All that is within reach of a hard-working, warm, and giving race. Your dreams are mine.
Yawn.
Pangarap nyo ay pangarap ko.
Yawn.
How can we make them come true? How can we do it together? But I will take it as far as anyone with the same faith and commitment can, as if it depended entirely on himself. Sa pangarap na maging mapayapa ang ating bansa, ang pangarap nyo ay pangarap ko.
Yehey.
Sa pangarap na maging maunlad ang ating bansa, ang pangarap nyo ay pangarap ko. At sa pangarap na maging mas masinang ang kinabukasan natin.
Grabe, ang lalim nun, masinang. Ano yun?
Ang pangarap nyo ay pangarap ko. We are presently drawing up a comprehensive, all-inclusive plan for economic transformation. We will build back better by doing things in the light of the experiences that we have had, both good and bad. It doesn't matter. No looking back in anger or nostalgia. In the road ahead, the immediate months will be rough, but I will walk that road with you.
Shout out, Lachi Vance.
The pandemic ravaged bigger economies than ours. The virus is not the only thing to blame. What had been well built was torn down. We will build it back better. The role of agriculture cries for the urgent attention that its neglect and misdirection now demands. Food self-sufficiency has been the key promise of every administration. None but one delivered. There were inherent defects in the old ways and in recent ways too. The trade policy of competitive advantage made the case that when it comes to food sufficiency, a country should not produce but import what other countries make more of and sell cheapest. Then came Ukraine. The most vulnerable when it comes to food are the countries furthest away from the conflict, those bearing no blame for provoking it. Yet they face the biggest risk of starvation. If financial aid is poured into them, though it never is, there is nothing to buy. Food is not just a trade commodity. Without it, people weaken and die. Societies come apart. It is more than a livelihood. It is an existential imperative and a moral one. An agriculture damaged and diminished by unfair competition will have a harder time or will have no prospects at all of recovering. Food sufficiency must get the preferential treatment the richest free trade countries always gave their agricultural sectors. Their policy boils down to don't do as we do. Do what we tell you to. I am giving that policy the most serious thought if it doesn't change or make more allowances for emergencies with long-term effects. There is a parallel problem in our energy supply. Sufficient fossil fuel-free technology for whole economies has yet to be invented. And it is not seriously tried by rich countries. Again, consider the response of the richest countries to the war in Ukraine. But surely, a free world awash with oil can assure supplies. Or we will find a way. We are not far from oil and gas reserves that have already been developed. What we teach in our schools, the materials used must be rethought. I am not talking about history. I am talking about the basics, the sciences, sharpening theoretical aptitude and imparting vocational skills, such as in the German example, alongside the national language with equal emphasis and facility in a global language, which we had and lost. Let us give OFWs all the advantages we can for them to survive and to thrive. Our teachers from elementary up are heroes fighting ignorance with poor paper weapons. We are condemning the future of our race to menial occupations abroad. Then they are exploited by traffickers. Once we had an education system that prepared coming generations for more and better jobs. There is hope for a comeback. Vice President and soon-to-be Secretary of Education, Sara Duterte Carpio, will fit that mission to a T. We won't be caught unprepared, under-equipped, and understaffed to fight the next pandemic. To start with, we never got over the pandemic of poor, if any, free public health. The last major upgrade of a public health system, exemplified by the resources poured into PGH, predates the current shambles by 3 generations. Our nurses are the best in the world. They acquitted themselves with the highest distinction abroad, having suffered even the highest casualties. With the same exemplary dedication at home, they just got by. They are out there because we cannot pay them for the same risk and workload that we have back here. There will be changes starting tomorrow. I am confident because I have an OPLE in my cabinet.
Ople!
There were shortcomings in the COVID response. We will fix them out in the open. No more secrets in public health. Remember, I speak from experience. I was among the first to get COVID.
Naman.
It was not a walk in the park. My father built more and better roads, produced more rice than all administrations before his. President Rodrigo Roa Duterte built more and better than all the administrations succeeding my father's. Much has been built, and so well, that the economic dogma of dispersing industry to develop the least likely places has been upturned. Development was brought to them. Investors are now setting up industries along the promising routes built. And yet, the potential of this country is not exhausted.
Shout out Ma'am Lucy
Following these
Valencia.
giant steps, we will continue to build. I will complete on schedule the projects that have been started. I'm not interested in taking credit. I want to build on success that's already happening. We will be presenting the public with a comprehensive infrastructure plan. 6 years could be just about enough time.
Yes.
No part of our country will be neglected. Progress will be made wherever there are Filipinos, so no investment is wasted.
Yun eh.
The recovery of Philippine tourism with its emphasis on accessing nature's beauty, I am sure will exceed expectations. And bigger is not always better, but there's something to be said for economies of scale. And yet the country invites investments in fast rising industries with quick returns and inflicts irreparable damage for future generations. We have yet to see large-scale practical solutions to pollution, though some are beginning to emerge. But there are tried and proven new ways of mitigation. Blades have been turning over the sand dunes of Ilocos Norte, harnessing a power all around, but unseen, long before this day. I built them. The rich world talks a great deal, but does a lot less about it than those with much less, but who suffer more death and destruction from climate change and lack of adaptation. We will look to our partners and friends to help the Philippines, who, despite having a very small carbon footprint, is at the highest risk. First, spare victims, then help them recover, and move on to lessen the harmful impact of climate change. We too have our part to play. We are the third biggest plastics polluter in the world, but we won't shirk from that responsibility. We will clean up. You will not be disappointed, so do not be afraid. With every difficult decision that I must make, I will keep foremost in my heart and in my mind the debt of gratitude I owe you for the honor and responsibility that you have conferred on me. Whatever is in a person to make changes for the better of others, I lay before you now in my commitment. I will try to spare you. You have your other responsibilities to carry. But I will not spare myself from shedding the last bead of sweat or giving the last ounce of courage and sacrifice.
Shout out Sir Leo Ansag.
And if you ask me why I am so confident of the future, I will answer you simply that I have 110 million reasons to start with. Such is my faith in the Filipino.
Ma'am Lynn Garcia, Lori Mamawag, shout out.
Have hope. The sun also rises like it did today and as it will tomorrow. And as surely as that, we will achieve the country all Filipinos deserve. God bless the Philippines. God bless our work.
Yon. Grabe yung switch ni...
Maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat. Mabuhay ang Pilipinas.
Yan! Ha? Tumatayo balahibo ko guys.
Magandang tanghali po.
Happy lunch! Ayan, no? Ayan guys, maiksi lang yung message ni Kon, no? Ni PBBM, pero malaman guys, no?
Ladies and gentlemen,
Yan yung inaapi nila.
the President
Na,
of
Kon, no?
the
Lagi nilang
Republic
inaapi
of the
regarding
Philippines,
sa education, no? Pero tingnan nyo, laman ng mga pinagsasabi niya mga
Marcos
kapatid.
Jr.
Alright, fast forward tayo guys, no? Okay na tayo dyan. Fast forward na tayo. Punta na tayo sa Malacanang. Ito na. Diretso na tayo ng Malacanang guys. Wait lang. Malacanang na tayo mga kapsat. Nako, patay tayo. Nasobrahan. Konti pa. Nako, nasobrahan na naman.
His Excellency Mohammed Mali Kimbin Usmun, Second Minister for Education and Foreign Affairs, Republic of Singapore.
Wait lang guys, kukuha ko ng merienda ko. Sandali.
His Excellency Don Pramud Winye, Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Foreign Affairs, Kingdom of Thailand. The Honorable Richard Graham, Trade Envoy of the Prime Minister, United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland.
Antay Marites, shout out. Lovelyn Loretta, shout out. Ma'am Lee, shout out. Sir J
Your
of Fish,
Excellency
shout out.
Po T Ain Soon, Vice President, Socialist Republic of Vietnam. That's it. Ito na.
Merienda muna tayo mga kapsat. Crispy cream lang naman.
His Excellency Luc Veron, Special Envoy, European Union.
Oy, Martin, antay mo na naman. Ito?
The Diplomatic Corps. Holy See. The Sultanate of Oman. The State of Qatar. Bolivarian Republic of Venezuela.
The Honorable Doug Imhoff, Second Gentleman, United States of America.
The State of Kuwait.
Naku, mukhang marami-rami to guys ah. Tama ka dyan, Sir Leonardo Ansag.
Brunei Darussalam. The Kingdom of Morocco.
Sa mga bagong pasok dyan, huwag kalimutan mag-like and subscribe. Baka nakalimutan nyo guys, no? Mag-like and subscribe. Salamat po.
The Republic of Austria. United Mexican States. Democratic Republic of Timor-Leste.
Naku, matagal-tagal magsalita si Austria. Na-traffic na, na-traffic.
The Kingdom of Norway.
Shout out Infinite Streams. Norway. Ang ganda ng
The
orchestration
Czech
niya.
Republic. The Commonwealth of Australia.
Yung.
Lao People's Democratic Republic.
Kaya nga, honest to goodness, dapat ang pakay ng mga to, Sir Leonardo. Ang dami, nakapila to mga to.
Republic of Turkey.
Maraming visit. Mukhang tinawag yata ang lampa na buong mundo. Galing talaga ng orchestration, no? Na-amaze ako. Tig, 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 tig.
Independent State of Papua New Guinea.
Ang Papua New Guinea. Yan eh. Mga
The
Yaw.
Federal Republic of Germany.
Germany. Nabilang nyo na ba guys kung ilan ang biyumkan? Mula kanina? Naka 20 na yata, 20. Parang Superman yung tugtugan. Somehow, no? Yung background niya. Na-amaze ako doon guys sa
The
background
Kingdom
music.
of Denmark.
Siyempre, musician tayo eh. Tapos, nag-arrange tayo ng mga orchestra pieces eh. Medyo,
The Democratic Socialist Republic of Sri Lanka. The Republic of South Africa. The State of Palestine. New Zealand. Canada. The Islamic Republic of Iran. Socialist Republic of Vietnam. Republic of Chile. Hungary.
Hungary.
The Russian Federation.
Madami-dami nga 'to, guys, madami-dami 'to. Shoutout Ma'am Des, Ma'am Bing Sato, shoutout.
The Islamic Republic of Pakistan. The Republic of Finland. The Arab Republic of Egypt. The Republic of Korea. The French Republic.
Trip nga road, shout out. Jocelyn Bragado, shout out. Sir Paul, wala naman po bang nag-rally? Meron. Meron. Silipin natin mamaya mga nag-rally. Mga martial law victims daw. Tsaka normal na talagang may nagrarally sa lahat. Kada zona ng mga
Republic
presidente.
of Colombia.
Laging may nagrarally. Ayan, Colombia na guys. Sa mga bagong pasok guys, huwag kalimutan mag-like and subscribe. Sa sinabi na ni
of
Maestro.
Saudi Arabia. Yes, sir. The United Arab Emirates.
Martin, akin na yung cellphone.
Italian Republic. The State of Israel. The Federal Republic of Nigeria. People's Republic of Bangladesh. Ireland. Romania. Romania,
Ang dami, Romania.
the Argentine Republic,
Ang dami talaga, guys. Ang dami, Mapapalaban tayo dito,
the Hellenic Republic, the Republic of Palau, Republic of Poland, Republic of Panama, Kingdom of Thailand, Republic of Angola, Kingdom of the Netherlands. Sweden. Brazil. Japan. And the Swiss Confederation.
Thank you, Mr. President, Madam First Lady, Madam Vice President, Mr. Executive Secretary. Thank you.
Your Excellency, Ferdinand Romualdez Marcos Jr., President of the Republic of the Philippines, Your Excellency Sara Duterte, Vice President, Honorable Secretaries of the Cabinet,
All right.
distinguished
This is
government
it.
officials and military officers,
Rex TV
Your
Adventure, shout out
Excellencies,
again.
ambassadors accredited to the Republic of the Philippines, the heads of mission of international organizations, delegations, and guests. In this solemn moment, it is my honor and indeed my privilege as the Dean of the Diplomatic Corps to express to Your Excellency Ferdinand Romualdez Marcos Jr. the collective and sincere congratulations and best wishes of the entire Diplomatic Corps as you begin your term as the 17th President of the Republic of the Philippines. We, the ambassadors and other guests present this afternoon, as well as everyone who is witnessing the events of this historic day, can only imagine the thoughts and memories that are in your mind at this moment as you begin your presidency. The Filipino people have placed their trust and their hopes in you, their hopes for a future that is prosperous, safe, equitable, and just. I know that I speak for all the diplomats gathered here with you this afternoon when I say that we too, in the international community, harbor the same hopes for your presidency and for your nation, and that we pledge our cooperation and collaboration with your administration in achieving the success of your mandate. There will certainly be challenges, as there are for every administration, but Mr. President, you bring to the office of the presidency an extensive experience of many years in governmental service, and your call for unity has resonated deeply and widely with the Filipino people. For these reasons, you begin your term as president with a strong note of hope and confidence in the future. May God bless that future and make it fruitful for the good of the nation. And now, my dear colleagues in the Diplomatic Corps and distinguished guests, may I ask all of you to join me in a toast. A toast to the President of the Republic of the Philippines, His Excellency Ferdinand Romualdez Marcos Jr., for his well-being, health, and success, and for the peace, prosperity, and happiness of the Filipino people. May God bless you, Mr. President. Mabuhay. 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 Mabuhay.
Thank you very much, of course, His Excellency Papa Nuncio and all the members of the Diplomatic Corps, the special envoys who have come to join us on this auspicious day. I thank you all for bringing us the honor of your presence here today. Furthermore, I thank you for the very kind wishes of congratulations from your countries, from your governments, from your heads of state, and for the continuing offer that you have made to the Philippines for support and partnership in the future. As I think it has become very clear, and I think I may be repeating myself to some of you since we have spoken before, but I still believe that the transformation of the world economy and our recovery from the pandemic will be dependent on our partners and our allies. And it will be those partnerships that will strengthen that recovery, that will make a more balanced and stable new global environment for us to work in. I was especially struck by the importance that all of your countries have come to put on climate change. I believe that it was unanimous. All the ambassadors, all the representatives from the different countries who I have met with have each made offers of help in terms of mitigation and adaptation to climate change. As I mentioned in my speech, it is something that is terribly important simply because for the Philippines, we are very much in the most vulnerable position that many us compared to many other countries. So I thank you all for that. And I cannot think of a better beginning to a new administration than to be able to have determined the partnerships and strengthen the relationships between our countries. And that is something that we will work with very, very clearly. We have seen, and it has been proven to us very clearly in the past weeks and months, how interconnected the world is now, how interconnected the economies are, how interconnected the political systems are, how interconnected even our cultural and educational relationships are. We can only go from here to strength and to strength and to strength. And for that, that is what I look forward to, that the day will come when we can say that we have built upon the strong foundation that we came upon. And so, if you would care to join me in a toast to you all, to our partners, our friends around the world, who have done us the honor of coming and join us to commemorate this extremely important day. And to thank you for the partnership and the hands of partnership that you have offered, and to toast to the strengthening of our continuing relationships between the Philippines and your country. Cheers.
Amazing.
Nabuhay kayo.
Alright, papunta yata sila ng Malacanang, guys, no? Fast forward na natin 'to. Alright. Fast forward pa. Nasobrahan yata. Sa Malacanang na 'to, ah. Ayun, bumababa na siya. Diretso na tayo sa Malacanang, oh, kung meron ba dito kasama kaya? Ayun, arrival honors or departure honors. Departure honors.
To!
Ah!
Mga pinuno, panghol. To! Mga pinuno, baba, alis. Anda, dalo, alis. Baba!
Ah!
To!
Mga taga-PMA, oh.
Mahal na Pangulo, tapos na po ang parangal. Mga kasama, pinapabot ang ating panauhing pandangal, His Excellency, President Ferdinand Romualdez Marcos Jr., the 17th President of the Republic of the Philippines. Kanyang taos-pusong pasasalamat sa parangal na iginawa natin sa kanya ngayong hapon. Matino, baba, alis.
Yun. Ayun, eh. Yun, papunta na sa Malacanang talaga, guys. Eto na, nasa Malacanang na. Opya forward. Nasobrahan. Eto na, arrival honors. Ang pagbabalik ni BBM sa Malacanang.
Dala. Kali.
Color guards.
Tanghal. Ta! Palapunan, mga pinuno at kawal. Tanghal. Ta!
Tan.
Palapunan, mga pinuno at kawal. Baba. Ta! Handa. Dala. Kalis. Baba. Ta! Mahal na Pangulo, handa na po ang tanod pandangal upang libutin. Pinuno, mga watawat, buhay ka ba? Ta! Baba. Ta! Tanghal. Ta! Palapunan. Tanghal. Ta!
Parang may naririnig akong horse.
Ta! Handa. Dala. Kalis. Baba. Ta! Mahal na Pangulo, tapos na po ang parangal. Mga kasama, pinapabot ng ating ika-17 Pangulo ng Republika ng Pilipinas, Pangulong Ferdinand Romualdez Marcos Jr., ang kanyang taus-pusong pasasalamat sa parangal na ating ginawad sa kanya sa hapong ito. Baba. Kalis.
Yun. Independence March. Pam 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 pam. Let's see. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Tinutugtog namin yan nung high school days saka college days ko. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Tapos na. Yun na yan. Yun. Ayan guys. So, mukhang tapos na nga. Waiting for the signal. Ako, mahina signal. Ako bang mahina signal? Hindi, tuloy-tuloy yung count, oh. Pati yung seconds, tuloy-tuloy. Fast forward natin. Natapos na nga.
Mga kasama,
Teka lang. Tapos na. Okay. Tinapos na nila. Alright. So, next tayo. Ako. Wait. Refresh. Okay. Yung kaganapan kanina to, guys, no? Ito. Nanumpa si Sandro. Alright. Here we go.
position of
To the position of I, Ferdinand Alexander Araneta Marcos,
having been elected
having been elected
to the position of
to the position of Representative of the 1st District of the Province of Ilocos Norte,
Yawn.
do hereby solemnly swear
do hereby solemnly swear
that I will well and faithfully discharge
that I will well and faithfully discharge
to the best of my ability
to the best of my ability
the duties of my present position
the duties of my present position
and of all others I may hereafter hold
and of all others I may hereafter hold
under the Republic of the Philippines.
under the Republic of the Philippines.
That I will support and defend
That I will support and defend
the Constitution of the Philippines.
the Constitution of the Philippines.
That I will bear true faith
That I will bear true faith
and allegiance to the same.
and allegiance to the same.
That I will obey the laws, legal orders, and decrees
That I will obey the laws, legal orders, and decrees
promulgated by the duly constituted authorities
promulgated by the duly constituted authorities
of the Republic of the Philippines.
of the Republic of the Philippines.
And that I impose this obligation upon myself voluntarily,
And that I impose this obligation upon myself voluntarily
without mental reservation
without mental reservation
or purpose of evasion.
or purpose of evasion.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Yawn. Ayan eh.
Thank you very much, Mr. President, and congratulations to the newly elected 1st District Representative of Ilocos Norte.
Yawn. Alright. Tanggalin na natin mga kapsat. Ayan, shoutout sa lahat guys, no? Anti-buy fake news is in the house. Sir Tuller Joanna is in the house. Maestro Paul, shoutout sa iyo, Tuller. Maria Res TV vlog. Hello po. Hello Pai. Maria Reseta here. Tanong ko lang, sa tingin mo pwede ba akong maging vlogger kaysa mainstream media? Gusto ko sanang maging vlogger. Sasarado na kasi ang Rappler. Eh, bahala ka sa buhay mo, Maria Ressa. Pakinggan mo pumatok si Maria Ressa. Ayos, Alright, alright. So yun mga kabsat 'no, ang pagbabalik. Ba't may echo tayo? Hello, hello, test mic. 1, 2, 3. Hello, hello, hello. Ayun, nawala. Okay, so ano ba nangyayari kanina? Ngayon, we're good there guys 'no, nagbalik na ang mga Marcos sa Malacanang. So confirm and of course legit na legit. Subalit may mga iba talagang nagra-rally-rally diyan sa paligid natin 'no. Makikita natin, pakita ko lang sa inyo saglit. Wait lang. Alright, so wait. Ongoing pa rin yung concert guys, Ongoing pa rin yung concert. Okay, here we go. Kanina ring umaga 'to guys 'no, habang ongoing yung, um, inauguration.
Will not be drowned out by the voice of the majority.
Ayan,
Victims of martial law under the dictatorship of former President Ferdinand E. Marcos
Ayan
band
tayo,
together for panunumpa para sa bayan. Their stand is clear: guard the truth against tyranny, falsehoods, and trampling of people's rights and freedoms.
Wasakin ang pambabaluktot
ang pambabaluk
at kasinungalingan
at kasinungalingan
na malawakang nilikha't pinakalat
na malawakang at
pabor sa kandidatura ni Ferdinand Marcos Jr.
Thousands were killed, tortured, imprisoned, and went missing during the martial law era. The Marcos regime was eventually toppled by people power in 1986. 3 decades later, the Marcoses are back in Malacanang. Protesters say they are appalled how the Marcoses refuse to acknowledge what may be the darkest period in the country's modern history. The newly installed president previously said he has nothing to apologize for. Survivors admit they are a vanishing breed. That's why it's important for them to pass the torch of truth to the youth.
Huwag na huwag baluktutin ang kasaysayan.
Sino bang bumaluktot?
Kalimutan ang nakaraan at ipagpatuloy pa rin ang katotohanan para sa kalayaan.
The
More
younger
than 36
generation
years
is
na, ano
ready
pa?
to take
Wala
on the
namang
challenge.
napatunayan.
They feel that the bigger enemy now is disinformation.
We learn from our past.
Talaga kayong
We learn
mga kakampons
yung mga mistakes na, 'di ba, na sana hindi na siya maulit muli.
Isa rin ito,
Seeing
no?
the Marcoses
Kala niya
return to
pinanganak kasi ng
power
martial
is
law.
a nightmare, martial law victims point out. They warn that if such narrative and myth go unchallenged, no one will be left to tell their stories. I'm Jolly Mario, CNN Philippines.
Ayan guys, no? Alright. Oh, mga kabsat. Siyempre hindi mawawala yung mga ganyan, mga nagra-rally, 'di ba? Halos lahat naman, lahat ng mga presidente na talagang meron at merong ganyan. Actually meron pa 'to, Marcos Itakwil sabi niya dito. Pakita natin saglit. Ayan, oh, Marcos Itakwil, ituloy ang laban para sa kalayaan at demokrasya. Naku po! Magkano kaya binayad sa mga 'to? 'Di ba? Oh, ayan, oh. Alam mo mga pinaglalaban nila? 'Di ba? So, anong masasabi nito mga kalayaan? Bagong alyansang Makae? Makabayan ba 'to? Makabayan. Malamang 'to Makabayan. Oo, tama Makabayan nga. Alright guys, so yan nga po 'no. Tapos na ba 'to? Ay, ongoing pa din guys, 'di pa rin tapos. Anong oras na? Mag-alas-11 na, ongoing pa din. Si Bayani, oh. Pakinggan nga natin saglit.
Ilan na akong kausap dito? Ako lang mag-isa. Maraming salamat sa'yo. Thank you, Bayani. Thank you naman sa'yo.
Ay, no, Randy Santiago.
Randy. Halika na. Wasing. Kuya Randy.
Kuya Yani.
Ayan, siyempre
Ayan,
pa. Ang ganda.
Sa Mendiola to
Mga
guys, ha.
ilang years kaya matatapos
Matagal
naman?
pa yan, pero tawagin na kaya natin. Kuya Randy.
Makataon kaya tayo dyan?
Para madulas. Ang ginawa nga niya, dahil hindi madulas, ginawa niyang madulas. Para bago man lang matapos ang show, may madisgrasya.
Eh, sabon para yung mga alikabok matanggal.
Salamat
Mas
sa'yo,
madulas din. Salamat.
Eto na!
Uy, Yani, alam mo, medyo matatagalan pa tayo. Ba't hindi mo kaya sayawan muna sila?
Ikaw tong dancer dito, kapag sasayawin mo.
Oh, sumasayaw ko nga eh. Sikat na sikat yung kanta mo eh.
Check.
Lalapitan na po namin kayo dahil kami po'y natutuwa at kayo po'y sumama sa amin. Mainit, maulan, maaraw, kayo'y hindi pa naghahapunan, pero hindi nyo kami iniwan.
Yun, siyempre
Kaya
naman.
ang aming pasasalamat
Mag-alas-11
sa inyo
na kaya.
ay taos-puso. Mag-ingat po
Again
kayo
guys, shout out
pag-uwi.
sa lahat sa mga bagong
Kayo po'y
pasok.
maligo
Again,
agad
huwag
para
magkalimutan
hindi kayo
mag-like and
magkakasakit.
subscribe.
Ang pogi mo daw, Kuya Yani.
Ayan, tanda. Nagtitiliryo na kayo. Pogi na ang tingin niya sa akin.
Selfie daw, Kuya Yani.
Iyon.
Yan, oh. Hello. Hindi ko abot. Ang ikli ng kamay ko. Ayan, smile ah.
Yun.
Kunin nyo na lang sa kanya yung picture. Anak,
I-ready nyo na yung mga cellphone nyo. Itaas nyo na dahil mamaya-maya lang talaga.
Hindi pwedeng i-pass forward guys. Naka-live pa din eh. Nasa pinakadulo na, oh. 4 hours na silang naka-live actually. 4 hours, 17 minutes.
Bayani! Ito tayo. One, two.
ito na lang ang pwede kong maialay sa inyo.
Kaway! Taas ang kamay!
Shout out Ma'am Joylis Alcaide. Kamusta?
Tayo'y magkasama. Laging mayroong umaga. Kay ganda, magiging araw. May nagatiwala sa ating pangarap.
Salamat. Ayan, may mga tao pa sa likod. Mukhang matatapos ng paglalampas.
Magkasama, laging mayroong umaga. Kay ganda, magiging araw.
Pogi naman ang batang ko.
Sa ating pangarap.
Ang dami cellphone. Nanonood ba kayo ng Lunch Out Loud? Well, anong oras? Ang dami niyo cellphone. Hindi ako nagbabuy and sell ng cellphone. Baka maubusan kayo ng memory. I-save nyo dahil mamaya-maya lang talagang bongga na. Basta tayo magkasama, laging mayroong tuwa. Alam niyo, dapat kumanta muna kayo. Sabayan niyo yung kanta. Hindi ko abot. Hindi din
Sakto, pa-ending na rin to, guys.
Salamat sa pagpunta niyo dito.
Pa-ending na rin pala sila, guys. No? Pa-ending na rin sila.
Kay
Ayan,
BBM.
sorry, wala akong kulay. Na-miss ko lang si Thinking Pinoy. Ayun, sabi dito ako
At saka salamat sa mga kapulisan
Magali.
natin
Ayan,
ngayong gabi. Talagang napakasipag nila. Shout out at ang gagwapo ng mga pulis.
Yun eh.
Ang bango pa.
Wow.
Ayun o. Mga pulis.
Randy Santiago, Bayanag Bayani,
umuulan,
King
talagang
Hill,
nandito tayo ngayon.
Bendita, John Fernandez, Repacol, Part 3, JM, Haito Rap, Florante, Esmil, John Joven Uy, you know.
Sabay-sabay tayo kumanta.
Guys, no? Okay, so we're good. I think we're good, no? Sakto, ending ring lang naman nangyari dito.
Gusto mo kumanta,
Okay, tanggalin na natin to. Tapos na rin sila, guys, no? Nagchichikahan na lang sila pa-ending. Total, it's already 10:45. Malamang papauwi na to mga to. Live pa rin to kasi, live. Alright, guys. Ayan, tanggalin na natin. Wait lang. Yun. So again, guys, maraming salamat. At congratulations sa ating nag-iisang Bongbong Marcos. At nakabalik niya sa Malacanang at syempre gagawin niya lahat yung mga pinangako niya. At syempre babantayan natin lahat ng mga nasa paligid niya, ano? Kailangan natin protektahan ng ating nag-iisang BBM. Again, maraming salamat po sa lahat, Sir Leonardo Ansag, sa Ma'am Lori Mamawag, sa lahat po ng mga nandito. Ma'am Grace Lynn, salamat po. Rex TV, ka-BBM, lahat-lahat po ng mga nito, mga silent viewers. At again, huwag kalimutan mag-like and subscribe. Maestro is signing off. It's already 10:46. So, kailangan ko na rin mag-rest kasi maaga tayo mag-prepare para sa practice ng graduation bukas. So, thank you very much, guys. Have fun. Sweet dreams. Good night. Bye-bye. Thank you po.